And for whatever reason, I got to look at it. I got to figure out what it is. I got to possibly change the lineup. We talked about changing the lineup actually at that time, but you know, it's one of those things. And they come straight out, hit 3 straight threes, and we got to call timeout. And then they take the lead and get up, and then we fight back. And I believe we got to 52-49. We got what I call 2 naked threes, really good looks by really good players, and didn't make them. And then we get the intentional foul. And at that point, it just seemed like the tide turned a little bit. But we still got really good looks, and to their credit, I mean, you look at the kid, 22, you know, Road, he scores no points in the first half, and comes out in the second half, he makes back-to-back threes and gets 14 points. And so you just got to give those guys credit and give them the understanding of what it means to be that kind of a team, a championship team. And though we're experienced, we've also haven't been at that level, been fighting up there like we've had in the past with teams. And this group, you know, now is going on the road with 2 other teams that basically are in the bottom, and then trying to figure out how you can keep climbing up. So the good thing is, I know this team, they flipped it before. They understand what that looks like, but unfortunately, you know, it's a great life lesson that you know, don't allow yourself to get into these scenarios, and then you got to dig yourself out. The next thing you know, you're right back in it. And it's unfortunate, but it's reality, and we just need to look at it and then figure out how to move forward. We'll have a great day Monday, we'll have a great day Tuesday, and then we'll get out of Dodge. I got to take 3 flights to get to Central Arkansas, and then a long bus ride to North Alabama. So they're next, and they're, you know, when you look at this game, you never can let one lead to 2, and it's disappointing. Our first home loss ever. And with our new facility and renovated facility, and it is what it is. But in the same breath, you know, you want to protect your home court, and then find out a way to, you know, split on the road, and that's been a, you know, pretty good formula for us. And so we just got to keep going, and we'll see what these guys have, and see how these guys coach each other and how they come back and respond on Monday.
Yeah, it was a 9-game home winning streak. Jonathan with 14, Jose with 19. Jacob, do you have any questions for them?
So the first question I'm going to ask is for you, Coach. You guys seem to struggle in the paint tonight, with Liberty scoring 34 of their points in the paint and 17 of those being second chance points off of an offensive rebound. Are you guys looking to fix that before your game on Thursday against Central Arkansas, and if so, how?
Yeah, first of all, the fact that they had 17 in and of itself, they're not even that team. So, to their credit, they did a good job getting down, or either getting a hand on the ball or getting tip-ins, which is something actually we talked about quite a bit in a quick flip, but it doesn't matter. It's just life. Every day is a Thursday, Saturday, every week. And, you know, without rebounding us by 17, and to get those amount of second chance points for them, especially when number 2, you know, we did a really good job on number 2, but at the end of the day, I told the staff this too, about 30 seconds to go. At the end of the day, it's a team sport. Yeah. And guys, you know, I don't believe in it, but guys have those days. I think we really caused those days. I think we kind of gave a little bit of a formula on how to play him in the way in which you play him. But the other guys took advantage of that, and we didn't complete the deal. So that's the biggest part. You got to complete it. Mm-hmm. And we competed, but we didn't complete, and that's not good.
And this next question is for Jose. Despite the loss, you did have a very good game tonight, scoring 19 points with 2 assists, and 4 out of your 9 shots came from 3. How do you think your 3-point game has improved over the course of the season?
I mean, I'm making shots. I think just, you know, my teammates and the coaches just tell me to, you know, continue shooting through the, I guess, slump or whatever you want to call it early on. But, I mean, I just think that, you know, I'm making shots, and I'm going to continue to shoot them.
All right. And this last question is for Jonathan. Jonathan, you had quite the impact defensively this game, especially not coming in as a starter during this game and coming in as sort of a 6-man off the bench with 2 steals, an assist, and 4 rebounds. Are you expecting more minutes in the future to get on the court more and see more of what you can do defensively?
I would say the balance that we have right now with me being six man and Jaden being the starter is perfect because we just feed off of each other's energy. So honestly, it can matter less if I'm starting or not. As long as I'm able to impact and help the team win, that's all that matters.
I thought he changed the game in the first half.
Absolutely.
I thought the one greatest, it's the greatest gift he has is he has energy.
Mhm.
And energy's going to find the ball, and energy feeds off what's going on. I thought he was a huge part of our run. He was plus 13 or something like that in the first half, plus minus. And in the second half, that was one of the things we talked about. Do we just go with him and start him and see if we can get that energy going that we had, kind of carry it over. And to his credit, he came back out and it just wasn't the same half for him. He got same shots that he got in the first half, they just didn't fall. And that's the one thing about him, he'll continue to work and fight. But he and Jaden have been a two-headed monster pretty much their whole career. Jonathan would start and then Jaden and back and forth. So his energy is definitely something that's noticeable.
And the last question I have is about a player who's not here tonight or today in the press conference, Carter Hendrickson. He had another great game for himself with 14 points, an assist, rebound, and a block as well. So I want to ask since he is a senior, a veteran presence on the team, has he developed sort of a leadership role in this locker room throughout the season? And if so, how has he been able to do that?
I think his play has really improved compared to earlier in the year because he's letting the game be a little bit more natural for him instead of trying to just maybe be what you said. And instead of having to be that, he's let the game kind of come to him, and because of that, he's had much greater success. He's played much better. I probably should have done a better job, maybe running some stuff and getting him the ball. And sometimes the ball just finds guys, and we have a very, very deep understanding. Like, we want guys to score, and if guys got opportunities, they need to take them, obviously. To Carter's credit, he didn't force them. He's really started to figure things out from that standpoint, and I think it shows because obviously he's played like 4, 5, 6 consecutive really good games. So we just got to continue to keep that, and most importantly, how it rolls over into what we do when we play Central Arkansas.
Well, that's all I have for you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck with your games on Thursday and Saturday.
What's your first name?
Jacob.
Jacob. I'm going to leave you with this, and remember this. It was always the Jags.
Yes, it was.
Okay.